Okay, welcome to Dow Stock Talk. In this video, I'll be giving you an update on my Mainvest portfolio. Mainvest allows you to provide loans for small businesses, but the way it end up going, they end up paying you the loan back based off of their revenue. So the more revenue they get, the faster they'll pay you off. Now, if you wanted a more in-depth video, make sure you check the suggested videos. And also, if after watching this video you're interested in providing loans for small local businesses, I have affiliate link in the description below where you will get $20 and I will get $20. But no further ado. And by the way, I provided timestamps to your liking so you can skip around, because some of this stuff in the video could have probably been edited out. But I'm just trying different approaches. This is more of a casual approach. Let's jump into it. So I'm going to go to my investor dashboard, and this shows how much money that's in my Mainvest wallet. I only put, I believe, $200 altogether, and I believe I got maybe $60 from credits, I think from referral links. So what I'll end up doing is, for investment opportunities, I'll go through the investment opportunities and show you kind of what I'm particularly looking for when I'm providing loans for small businesses. But let's look at my portfolio. So it's my portfolio. I have two businesses for $200, and as far as repayment, I got $455. And once it's all said and done, the target return from the $200 should be $395. Okay, and I'll go through the details and the time periods and stuff like that. But as you can see, this is the payment. Each payment that they end up making, they end up showing you the repayment amount. So you get 150 like that. You guys kind of get it. Okay, so OUI is the first one, and then Wicked Bowl. I think this is like a vegan chocolate or something like that. No, it's like, yeah, vegan chocolate. This one, if we click on this one, they didn't start repaying yet. Their first revenue report is in 27 days. That's when they should make their first payment on this one. And let's go back to the other one. Yeah, and OY, this is the one as far as the repayment amount. They pay back $4.55, and the target return is $175. Now, as we look closely from this shows how much revenue they reported and how much was owed to the investors and how much per share. So I only have one share, so these are the amounts that was paid to me per share, because I only have one particular share. So if we scroll up, as you can see, it says you invested a total of $100. The repayment amount so far was $4.55. They must report their quarterly revenue in shares of 0.001.85 until you receive the full $175. If this amount hasn't been issued by July 1st, 2026, the remaining amount becomes due. So at the end of that particular period, the 175 will be due. Now let's look at the other one as well and see what that one was as well. So this one, once it's all said and done, the 100, yeah. So once it's all said and done, the quarterly, the revenue must be reported quarterly, and as far as the share of the revenue is 0.00529 up until you receive $220. If this amount hasn't been shared by March 31st, 2029, the remaining amount will become due as well. And as you can see, they give you some, for each particular one, they give you some updates, some discussions, and things of that nature. Now, I also wanted to go over the repayment. So this is what they kind of show you. So every quarter from 2021, it shows you what the amount was going to be. So I don't believe it was anything for that one. For quarter 3 2021, $1.38, quarter 4 73 cents, quarter 1 2022 64 cents, quarter 2 90 cents, quarter 3 $0.90 as well. It also shows you if anyone's was in that time period, anyone was pending or late, or any of that one. So I'm not really going to go over the other one because they didn't make a repayment amount. It also shows you the all the transactions all together of the amount, the ones that I got refunded. Some of them they get refunded if they don't, meet their target goal. Shows as far as, like I said, the repayment amount here as well, any refunds, any investments that I particularly made, and then it kind of shows everything together. But that is as far as my update. Now, I did mention I have $60 in credit, and I told you guys. And by the way, guys, make sure you hit that like button. And if you enjoy investment platforms and learn about investing, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now, let's go into investment opportunities. Oh, and by the way, if you guys, want to have a small business and you want to raise fund on this particular platform, you just go to raise fund. And I could have affiliate link for that as well. I think it's up to like $1,000. Yeah. And I also have an affiliate link if you want to sign up for Mainvest or something like that to help cut down the costs for open up your business. Providing the loans for your business on the particular platform. I'll drop in the comments below as well. But anyway, let's go to investment opportunities. So what I normally end up doing, I normally go straight to the filter. Not to the filter, but to the data. This is the first thing I particularly go to. Now, as you can see, you can filter things from time remaining, investment multiples, revenue share, and maturity date. So one of the things I normally always like to look at first is the investment multiple and the maturity date. Those are the two that I really like to focus on. Because if it's too far out in the future, then I don't know as far as how long it's going to take, how their revenue probably would be, because a lot of them are like in the early stages. So I would prefer, because once the maturity date, that's when you're supposed to get the target multiple back. So I try to pick maturity dates that's not too far away. So what I would end up doing is clicking this. So wait, click it again. So these are all the maturity dates that's the closest. Then I will look at the investing multiple as well. Now these type of businesses, this one, it's nothing right, right there. They don't have the information right there. But I noticed a lot of these as far as maturity dates. This is cannabis. So I noticed a lot of the businesses, I believe this is cannabis too. So a lot of them are cannabis. Now, as far as a newer business or local business, because of the laws and regulations and stuff like that, I'm trying to not go with cannabis companies, because I don't exactly know what the rules is going to be, going forward, and any issues that they particularly might have. So initially, I'm going to overlook the cannabis ones and see. So this one right here, as far as the investment amount, 21,200. Okay, 1.6x. So that's about 60%. And let's look at that in 2028. So that'll be around, we could say about 22.6. So we could say that's about 10% each year. So if we get 6x, 1.6. Yeah, 1.6x. So that's like 60%, because 2x would be double your money. So like I said, it would probably be, if I put $100 by 30/31/2028, that's that'd be a 60%. So I would get $160 back. It's not, that's okay. It's not that bad. So actually what I'm going to do is, let me see watch. See, oh, you can actually put things on watch as well. So I'm gonna click on this and see what they particularly have. And I actually think I might do this, guys. Simply because I'm trying to get the money invested, relatively quickly, and so you guys can see it. Because I don't want. And matter of fact, let's check how many days are remaining as well. 41 days remaining. And by the way, yeah, guys, this is kind of like in, I guess, not necessarily real time, but so you can kind of see how I would look at this. So this will be 41 days actually before that time period. But at the end of the day, I know by 2026 that amount should be paid. So I normally like to get ones where they start investing money pretty quickly. But because I had the maturity date set where I know where the total amount of money should be paid by, I'm going to continue to go with it anyway because I know by 2026, regardless of how much the time remaining, that I should be getting paid back. Now, as far as, whoops, let me see. We'll go scroll down a little bit to, oh, wait, where did it actually? I'm sorry, guys. I refreshed it back, um, stuff got messed up. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot the filter. When I went back, I had to readjust the filters again. But I know so it's 39 days. Sorry, correction. 39 days. That's not that, like I said, 39 days is not that bad. And I know by the time 2028, it will be done. So what I'll end up doing is I'll normally end up going to this, and then it says, the multiple. If you guys wasn't familiar with, multiples, like I said, 160, and this will be due by 2028. So that will probably roughly give me, I'm basing it off if they pay me at the last date by maturity, about 10%. That's actually not that bad. So then I'll kind of scroll down and look at data. Let's see. What would the money be for? So a lot of it is 10 courts open, build out flooring, cooler, interior updates, and stuff like that. This is financial forecast that they are projecting as far as their growth profits and stuff like that. So I just kind of, look at it, operating profit, gross profit, look operating profit. So I'm looking at that. Forecast, I don't, don't pay attention to that too much. I like to see their balance sheet and income statement first, because forecast people can kind of like say whatever. So I'm going to look at their balance sheet. Uh, just great. Now I'm going to be completely honest. When I see stuff like this, even as an investor, um, it's not necessarily the best thing to see when they have no kind of track record of any type of financials and stuff like that. But for the course of this particular video, I'm just going to go along with it. Of course, if it was a lot more money or whatever, I probably wouldn't go with this, but I want to be able to track multiple businesses on this particular platform. So I'm going to go ahead. Oh, the minimum I believe is $100. I think I have 60 in reserve. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find a different one as well to see. Let's go to data. So let's see. This is a winery. It's cannabis. Alright, maturity date. One says cannabis. This is a winery. Yeah, it seems like for cannabis they have a lot of decent ones for cannabis. I'm trying to avoid going with the cannabis one. And by the way, guys, I'll at least try to aim for 10%, even if it's paid during the maturity date, because the returns will vary based off of how fast they pay you off. I always assume that they're going to take a long time to pay me off, so I always look at the maturity date. They do based off of, so if you wanted to look closely at their revenue, and the higher the amount they pay for revenue, the faster they may be able to pay you off. But I think I might just, because like right now it doesn't seem like they have much ones that I'm too interested in. End up doing for the course of this video, I'm going to pick a one where the remaining time is shorter, and I'm going to try to get in multiple investable. That's probably so. I'll probably go with either this one or this one, simply because the remaining time is not that long. It's over, 1.5, and the time period is 2027. So looking at these particular two, it's probably going to be one of these. I probably have to add $40 or something like that. But I'm really just doing this for video purposes, so you guys can just get an understanding of, what are the things I'm particularly looking for. So this one reached this target amount. This one have not reached this target amount. So what we'll do is we'll go with this one. Alright, so I'm going to scroll down. It's a little information. Cannabis. So it says the first chooses cannabis home delivery operator with 2 licensed warehouse. Our warehouse is, so it looks like they deliver. It looks like it's more so a delivery thing, necessarily than marijuana related. Well, I guess it's kind of tied, both of them, but it looks like a home delivery business as far as marijuana, things like that. And let's see, they got a little presentation as well. Let's see what they end up saying for this on YouTube. Okay, so let's check out its the data as far as marketing costs and all that kind of thing, as far as gross. So they're projecting, as far as gross sales, that they're going to be doing in year one, going from 1.8 to 5.9. That's a little ambitious to me. See, a lot of times I like to see them to have the income statement and balance sheet for both of them. Looks like these are empty as well. Let's check 2020. Oh, it must means that like they didn't have any. So stuff like that, when you don't, well, this one, they have $16,000 in cash, $100,000 in receivable. Yeah, I'm really not impressed with this one either. Like I said, I'll just end up going through this. I'm not impressed with what I kind of see so far, but just for video purposes, I'm just going to go along with it so you guys can see how this one particular end up going as well. So I'm just going ahead and see. Okay, yes. Okay, I just invested. I'll just say for YouTube video. But guys, yeah, I just wanted to let you kind of know what are the things that I was kind of looking at, what are the things I end up looking for, so you can kind of just get a understanding. This video is more so laid back. Yeah. So now let's go into our investing dashboard and see, does it show the third one? So right now, yeah, so now it shows 3. And guys, I'll keep you guys updated, but that is about it. If you have any questions, make sure you let me know in the comments below. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button.